I guess, look, I want to start off with the charges, if that's okay, because I find the whole thing a joke, to be honest. But here's the statement from the FA that came out today. It said, Everton, Liverpool, Arne Slot and Sipka Hulshoff have been charged following the Premier League fixture between the clubs on Wednesday, 12th of February. It is alleged that both clubs failed to ensure their players and or technical area occupants did not behave in an improper and or provocative way following the final whistle. The Liverpool manager allegedly acted in an improper manner and or used insulting and or abusive words and or behaviour towards both the match referee and an assistant referee after the match had finished. It is alleged that Liverpool's assistant manager acted in an improper manner and or used insulting and or abusive words and or behaviour towards a match official which led to his dismissal. It is further alleged that he acted in an improper manner and or used insulting and or abusive words and or behaviour towards a match official after being sent off. Everton, Liverpool, Arne Slot and Sipka Hulshoff have until next Wednesday, 19th of February, to provide their responses. So that is the charge, but do you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting to see where Pep Guardiola's one is for the very same thing. You know, when he went up and shook Michael Oliver's handshake very sarcastically. I don't remember him being sent off, but then again, he is Manchester City's manager, isn't he? So yeah, them's the charges, ladies and gentlemen, and Liverpool have until Wednesday to answer those charges. Then after that, there's 3 days for the Premier League to look at that, and then they will decide what's going to happen, and then it'll be 10 days from that or so before we have a hearing. So you're talking about 21 days before anything is figured out here. But let me just say this very clearly. Whilst I understand the charges towards the players and stuff, I'm not sure about the assistant manager, to be honest, but the Arne Slot one seems like a load of my arse, quite frankly. It just seems like nonsense, and let's see what happens with it. But you know what? I think Arne did well to keep as composed as he did. I know I wouldn't have been able to do it on the sideline, especially with those horrendous decisions that Oliver was coming out with. But look, there we have it. Liverpool charge, Everton charge, Arne Slot charge, and Sipka Hulshoff charged. And we'll see what happens with it. Slot should name Jones captain in the Everton match. Yeah, look, fair play to Jones for stepping up and looking out for the fans, and yeah, certainly went up in a lot of people's estimations, showing his real true colours there, Curtis, so fair play to him. You know, we know he's suspended for the game against Wolves at the weekend. So I've seen a few people come in asking about the Arne Slot situation again. So what all that happened today is that we got the confirmation that he is going to be charged. So now what happens is Liverpool have until Wednesday to answer the charges for themselves, for Sipka Hulshoff and for Arne Slot. Then after that, there's 3 days where the Premier League have to look at what Liverpool have put forward, any evidence that Liverpool have put forward, and then they'll examine that. And then if they deem that they want to still move ahead with it, there will be a hearing set for, I think it's 10 days after that. So you're talking about 3 weeks before we get to the end of this scenario. Unless Arne Slot accepts the charges, which I very much doubt would be the case. All this over a handshake. So they're trying to backtrack a little bit here though, Turbo Minty. If you've not seen it, they're trying to now say it's not only because of what he said to Oliver, it's because of what he said to the fourth official and linesman, which is absolute horseshit. Because what if Arne Slot didn't go over to Michael Oliver at the end of the game? Then he doesn't get a red card. Because there was no Michael Oliver gone over to the sidelines to send them off. He had a chance to do that, didn't do it. So any of this nonsense, that it was anything other than Arne Slot in that moment, with Michael Oliver's ego not being able to take sarcasm from Arne Slot before dishing a red card, I think they're just trying to backtrack. That's what I see in this anyway. Because if he was going to be sent off for the stuff he said to the linesman or the fourth official, then Oliver would have ran over to the side of the pitch and done it. But he didn't. And he restarted the game, and it went on, and then he blew the final whistle. And then Arne only got sent off when he went over, shook his hand and said, great game. Lip readers have already been there, mate. I still have it in my notes from yesterday. I'll read you out what a lip reader has said about it. 1 second. Still have these in my notes from yesterday. To the referee, just to Michael Oliver, he said, well done. That's it. That's the extent of it to Michael Oliver. Well done. Now, if he said it sarcastically or not, that's a different story. But I remember Pep Guardiola going up to him at the end of a game, I think it was at Anfield, and being far more animated, far more sarcastic. Don't remember him getting sent off for a yellow card, do you? Why might that be, Michael? Huh? So yeah, that's what he said to them. What he said to others, at an assistant referee, he said, that's not a push, it's a fucking disgrace. So that's what he said to the assistant referee. And to the other linesman, he said, well done. So he said, well done to one linesman, great game to the referee, and shouted, that's not a push, it's a fucking disgrace. So if that justifies a red card, I give up. I give up. Because we hear players out there swearing, shout. Look, Bellingham, do you remember Bellingham shouting at the linesman recently? Don't remember any red cards being issued there. It's all horseshit. All of it. It's nonsense. And again, they're just making a rod for their own back. Because the media darling Pep Guardiola wasn't sent off for it.